Hey everybody. Uh, I'm looking a little rough. Long day in school today. But I just had a couple of things on my mind and just wanted to share. As of late, I've been going through a couple of things, man. I don't want to say depression, but you could say that. Sometimes we concentrate more on what we don't have or where we're not at, opposed to what we have accomplished, how far we have come, and what we do have. Um, and we listen a lot of times to pollutants. That's where my concern was. My whole life battling insecurities, being very concerned about what other people say and feeling as though my self-worth or my value was based off of the acceptance or the approval of other people. That's something I've dealt with for a very long time. And awareness is half the battle. So I'm able to fight that. And I'm pretty sure I'm not by myself. There's a lot of people that deal with this issue. And going back to pollutants are people who continually judge you off of who you used to be. They see you still as the individual you used to be, and maybe for good reasons. When you break that trust, or you do things and you let people down, or you disappoint them, or you hurt them in any kind of way, it's hard to regain that trust again. But the concentration should not be on other people. It should be on becoming and evolving into the best you can possibly be. I was meditating on these things today, and God brought me, several scriptures from the Bible. And one of them was when Jesus told them that a prophet is not received in his own country. And God revealed to me that we're all prophets, because the Bible says life and death is in the power of the tongue, and those that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So you're a prophet when you're transforming your life, because mentally you see yourself there, but at the same time you have to converse and express these same words. You have to speak this into your life. And when you begin to speak these things into your life and you begin to talk differently, people will look at you and say, "Who are you? Who is this? Man, wasn't you the dude selling drugs, or wasn't you the dude on the corner drinking beer with all the other bums or whatever?" They can't see it. You know what I mean? And that's cool. That's cool. It's not meant or intended to ignite anger or resentment or hostility in no way. It's meant to bring about an understanding. And I had said last time that my objective is really just to go through life and learn, as I grow, as I evolve, and as I analyze, my feelings, my emotions, the various different stages, my setbacks, my victories, to just share that. You know what I mean? My intention is that we all grow together. I just personally believe that everybody is pretty much the same. Everybody goes through the same things, and it would be so cool if we could just grow together. You know what I mean? Another story in the Bible was when Moses had died and Joshua was put in charge of the children of Israel, and God had told them that he was going to give them the land of Canaan. And Joshua sent spies into the land of Canaan, and the spies came back with a evil report. The Bible says that they came back with an evil report. Now, what was the evil report? The evil report was that the spies came back talking about there were giants in the land. And in our own eyes, we seen ourselves as grasshoppers compared to them. Now, you have to understand that the evil was not so much in the report itself as if, like, they were smaller. These were giants in the land. But the evil was that we have to see ourselves not based off of our situation or not based off the mountains that's before us, but we have to see ourselves as God sees us. Amos 3:3, once again, which is one of my favorite scriptures, can two walk together unless they agree? So I came to the conclusion and the realization today that, you know what? It doesn't really matter how other people view me. It doesn't really matter how other people see me. The only thing that matters is that I'm in agreement with the Maker, with the Father, about who I am, who I can be, what I can accomplish, and what I can achieve. And when we begin to continuously give ourselves the affirmations that's required in order for us to accomplish what it is that we set our minds and hearts to accomplish, well, then it begins to go into our subconscious mind. And then it begins to also be consistent. And then guess what? Your consistency, which is truth. Truth is consistent. Over a time, you will see your growth. The world will see your growth, your fulfillment, your joy, and your happiness. And guess what also would happen? The naysayers will begin to disintegrate. They'll fall to the wayside. So my word today for all my brothers and sisters, man, that's trying to do the best they can and trying to accomplish what it is in life that they want, keep pushing, man. Keep speaking it into your life. Keep thinking it. Keep pressing on. Keep pressing forward. And also remember this too. We as human beings, we are creatures of habit. You cannot replace or disregard a bad habit without replacing it with another habit. Our thoughts are the same way. You ever notice how sometimes you will be thinking negative? You'll be having these negative thoughts and you try to suppress them or and they kind of seem to push up harder and harder, right? Well, the reason why is because you have to replace that negative thought with a positive thought. Be very conscientious of how your frame of mind, what you're thinking, because the more you dwell on these things, it's like seeds, man. You plant it in the ground, you water it, and it grows. So to all of us, man, that's desiring the best, continue believing, continue speaking it, continue walking in agreement with what God says about you, and guess what will happen? The Bible said, "Delight thyself in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thy heart." Trust in him, and he shall bring it to pass. It's going to come to pass, y'all. Believe it. Peace. Much love.